I was like over here like dun dun, like all scared,
and she started like blinking.
I looked. You know how you can see things through your corner of your eye.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to do a little mukbang for you guys and a story time. So here I have some mac and cheese that I made, plus some chicken strips, and I have my little like ranch and my ketchup here, and I have also some lemonade that I made for myself. It's really good. You guys might think I'm a little crazy for doing this, but literally there's nobody home right now. It's just me, myself, and I, and my two cats. I mean, at least there's somebody home with me, but yeah, like, ooh, I'm over here telling scary stories with nobody home. For this video, I advise you to have something to eat because I honestly hate that whenever I watch mukbangs, it's always during the time I'm hungry. So make sure to grab yourself some bag of chips, some popcorn, or even an apple, something, you know, something, at least something realistic in. So the first thing I'm gonna try is the mac and cheese. So it's right over here. So creamy. I put some extra cheese in it. I actually made it from this like little, you know, that mac and cheese box, but I decided to add some more cheese since I like my mac and cheese to be cheesy. And I also added some black pepper in it because, I don't know, I just did. I heard that it makes it better, so let's try it. Yeah. Black pepper honestly makes a big difference in your mac and cheese. So good. And I'm also gonna try some of the chicken strips. These are actually like frozen, but I baked them. So I had them I put them in the oven for at least like 25 minutes. So let's see how they are. So good. Oh, alright, so let's start with the story time. Basically for this video, what I'm gonna do is just like go over like paranormal experiences that happened to me, and I'm just gonna go like story by story. I'm not just gonna be like saying like a whole story here. I'm gonna tell you all the things that have happened in my life that are weird and scary. The creepiest thing that has happened to me is that basically I used to have this doll. I'm not sure if you guys remember this doll in your childhood, but her name was Shushu. I think that's what the brand for the baby doll was called. And I remember that the doll would always talk. You would have to put batteries and it would talk to you. Basically it would close its eyes and open its eyes whenever you lifted it up and stuff. And I don't know, it's just really cute. I just really loved that doll. I would take it with me everywhere I went. If I went to like the grocery store, I would take it with me. If I went to church, I would even take her with me. Like, I just honestly loved that doll so much. But not until this happened. So it was around like nighttime. I was supposed to go to sleep, and like I remember that what would always happen is that my mom would make my dad's you know, lunch. So my mom would always make my dad's lunch a day ahead of time before he left to work, and I would always go to bed. So my mom would always urge me to go to bed, and I would always take my little Shushu with me. So yeah, I would even sleep with her. And so yeah, basically I had her lay next to me in the bed, and I kid you not, this happened. Okay, so let's pretend this chicken strip was Shushu. So she was like right next to the bed with me, and I would always just talk to her and be like, oh, I love you, Shushu, blah blah blah. And all of a sudden this happened. Every time when you would lay the doll, she would have her eyes closed because obviously she was supposed to be sleeping, and every time you put her head up, she would be awake. So the doll was here, and as I was talking to her, all of a sudden this happened. Like, she literally went like this. She like turned to me and she was like, I love you, mommy. And she started like blinking. I was like, oh hell no, skirt. So I left and I quickly went to tell my mom. I was over here with my heart pounding, telling my mom what had happened. I was like, Mom, she literally just looked at me and said she loved me and she was blinking, and I didn't even lift her up or anything. She did it by herself, and I was over here like telling her like, oh, you know, like, ah, you know, I was scared. And my mom, she just looked at me and she was like, oh honey, I think it was just a dream. I was like, no mom, I'm serious, it wasn't a bad dream, this really happened. She didn't believe me no matter how many times she told me, and she was like, I just gotta sleep. I mean, I honestly was kind of frustrated, but I mean, now that I think back at it, I kind of understand why she wouldn't believe me, because you know, when you're a kid, you just tend to have a lot of bad dreams, which you might confuse as it being real and stuff. So yeah, so she sent me to bed, and as I was going to the room, I was like over here like dun dun, like all scared, like tiptoeing into the room, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then as soon as I saw the doll, sorry guys, my mom just called me. Oh, because I started seeing like the camera slowly going like making my motion so slow. So I was like, oh my goodness, what did I just do? Because you know, I'm over here alone telling scary stories. Okay, so back to where I was. As soon as I went to that room, I quickly grabbed that doll and I was like, yeet, because I didn't want that doll anymore. And I just like tossed her in the living room, and ever since then, I never ever slept with her again in my life. And I also think because of that, I've been traumatized with dolls. Like before, I would have like so many Barbie dolls in my room, all cute, like standing up or sitting down in my little, like, you know, TV stand or whatever, or in the bed as well. But like then after that, I never ever did that again. I would always have my dolls like looking the other way, or just like putting like a blanket around them, because I just didn't want to see their faces, because I thought that was gonna happen again. But yeah, it was just a really scary experience. And here's a plot twist. What made it more scarier was that later on, years later after I like left that house, I found out that there, in that house that I used to live at, somebody actually died there, burned because of a fire. And I was like, oh, no wonder I was seeing so many scary things, because other than that, I would always see like shadows, or I would always hear people calling my name, and I would always have bad dreams, which might explain why my mom didn't believe me. So yeah, there was not a single day that I would not sleep good or have a good dream. But when I moved out of the house, I started having good dreams, and I never had bad dreams again. So yeah, I don't know, maybe it was just something with that house, but I just don't want to know. Now somebody lives there right now, and I don't know, they don't seem to complain or say anything about the house, so maybe they blessed it or something, I don't know. But yeah, it was just weird. I feel like whenever I see stories, I tend to not eat my food because I'm so like focused on talking. So yeah, I'm gonna start eating my food now while I talk. Okay, so the next story. Okay, so this one happened when I left the other house. Okay, so I'm trying to remember now because I forgot. Sorry, I just literally ate a whole ice cube. That felt weird. Okay, so after I left that other house, I lived in this house, and you know, that one, there was nothing weird or anything like that or paranormal, you know. And I remember that me and my sister were playing like dolls, like, you know, we would always just play like dolls and stuff in this, my parents' room. And you know, everything was normal till all of a sudden I felt like something was like moving. Oh shoot. And I looked, because I could, you know how you can see things through your corner of your eye. I literally looked and I was like, and as soon as I looked over there, what was moving was this like little it was like a decoration, and it had like an angel on it, and it had like a little iron thing, which if you like poked it or did something, she would go she like, you know, she would move. I saw her moving really fast, like that, and I was like, what the heck? And I told my sister, hey, did you do that? And she was like, no, it wasn't me. Like, what the heck? We were all startled, and I ran out of that room. I was like, bye. And yeah, I told my parents too, and they didn't believe me again, even though I was already around like, well, I was in my elementary school. I was almost going to middle school. And because of that, once again, I never went to her room again and played with dolls there. I would always just play in my room. Nothing ever strange happened there, but yeah, it was just weird. I'm like, what was that? Like, literally, the decoration was like far away, like on this like my mom's and her little like vanity. There was just nothing there. So I was just like, it's not like we could have moved it or anything because we were on the bed. Like, we couldn't have done any movement that could have triggered the, you know, the decoration to just like move all crazy like that. So yeah, I don't know. You guys should comment down below if that is paranormal, because to me, I don't know, many people are just like, I don't know, it must have just been the wind, or I don't know. I'm like, the fan or something. I'm like, oh, there was no fan that time. To me, that's just something strange in my opinion, because I've never seen anything like that. Something must have made it move, I guess, because like I said, we were not close to it. We were far away from that. So I don't know. I'm kind of getting a little scared now saying these stories alone. Like, my cat's sleeping right now and I'm like, dude, you're supposed to keep me company, wake up. But he's knocked out. Let me now think about a different story. I have such a bad memory. Guys, I remember now. So this one happened in this house. I shouldn't have talked. I'm kind of scared now because I'm literally living in this house right now. But I'm just gonna say it. So I actually have 3 different stories that happened in this house, and I'm going to tell you guys about it, even though I'm scared. So when we first moved into this house, I remember that it was all destroyed and stuff. I guess this house belonged to somebody and they had problems with the house or something, so they had to leave it and they destroyed everything. I'm not sure of the full story, but I remember that when my parents showed me the house, I came in and I saw everything and I was like, this house ugly, why are we leaving here? And they were like, oh, we like it, we can just like, you know, like build it and shit. And I was like, okay, whatever. So then I remember my parents were like, oh, like go ahead and look for things, because I guess the person that lived there before like just left a bunch of things. So, you know, I was over here helping my mom, and I looked at the floor and I noticed that there was like a piece of paper, and picked it up and I saw that it was a picture of a man. I thought it was strange. I was like, why this dude forgot his picture? Like, dude, I don't know, maybe he forgot it. I don't know what happened, but yeah. And I remember that I threw that picture away because why did I need it? So yeah, I didn't really think much of it during that time. I was like, oh, it's just a picture. So let's fast forward now. So after like, let's say 5 months of living there, you know, I had my own room, my sister had her own room. You know, my parents their own, and my brother, he would sleep with them at that time since he was little. And I remember that I had this like jewelry box where I would always have like, you know those jewelry boxes that were from back then, or they still probably exist, I don't know, but anyways, yeah. So I had one, and I remember that I had this like bracelet that, I had this bracelet that I would always take with me to school because it was just my favorite. And all of a sudden, I hear a noise at night, and it was like, let's say this is the noise. I'm scared now. I was like, what the heck? And then I woke up. Well, I was already woken up. So I stood up and I was like, what the heck is that sound? And I turned on my lights and I noticed that the little drawer thing was kind of like halfway open. I was like, I don't know. I don't remember leaving it like this. And yeah, so I quickly closed it and then I turned off my light again. And then again, when I turned off the light and I was on the bed trying to sleep, I heard that same noise again. And I was like, okay, what is going on? And once again, the little like door thing, well, it was, this time it wasn't half open, it was kind of open. It was obvious that I had already closed it, so there was no need for it to be at least a little open. Like, I closed it all the way in. So I don't know, I just thought that was strange. I remember how hard it was for me to sleep that day. Trying to ignore that noise at night. I don't know how I did that, but yeah. And now I just got rid of that jewelry box. I threw that shit away because I didn't want that in my life. And then the other one was something that happened to my sister. Well, and my mom too. So yeah, during when this happened, I was knocked out. I was sleeping. It was around the morning, like 7 a.m., 6 a.m. It was during the time that my sister would get her bus to pick her up. And my mom said that her and my sister noticed that there was this like strange thing outside of our house. It looked as if someone had like taken a big thing, like a TV or something. I don't know. She said it was something full of boxes maybe, and it was covered with a blanket. And from far away, she said it was really weird because it looked as if it was someone over a blanket. And she told me she wanted to check it out, but you know, she was kind of scared. So she was like, no, I'd rather not touch that. Like, it was kind of like so where I live right now, we have neighbors on the side of us, and those neighbors could have put their stuff in the front, not like right next to our house. It was like around the middle of our house, like almost right there. And I was just like, okay, that's weird. When she told me that. So yeah, she didn't want to check it out. And when my sister, her bus picked her up, her bus driver was kind of like looking at her. It's like staying there for a moment, and she was like, okay, are we not leaving or what happened? And then she looked at my sister and she was like, oh, like, isn't that kid coming along too? And she was like, what kid are you talking about? And she was like, that one right there. It's standing right next to the tree. And she was like, oh, I don't know. And she's like, oh, I don't know. It looks a little strange. So then she left. So yeah, I was like, what the heck? She said a kid? A kid? Like, even my sister, she told me that when she told her that, she was kind of like, I don't want to look at it. She just didn't want to look. So she was like, oh, I don't know. You know. And yeah, the bus left. And then my mom said that she kept staring at it for so long. And yeah, so she kind of wanted to check it out herself, but she didn't. And I was like, Mom, did you at least take a picture of it? She was like, oh, I forgot. I was like, dude, I need them pictures. But yeah, sadly, I don't have a picture of it, guys. But yeah, it was strange. And then when I woke up, my mom was like, oh, come look at this. When we looked out the window, there was nothing there. So I don't know. It might have been something that people put outside. Or I don't know. But yeah, it's just creepy. It was funny because my dad, he's like, I mean, I'm not sure if he believes in ghosts or anything like that. But he was mad. He was like, oh my God, you should have showed me a picture, blah, blah. Like, he likes investigating those things. Like, he's always that kind of person that always looked at the TV. And he looks for paranormal things or things about aliens. Like, he just, I don't know, I'm not sure if he believes in it or he just likes seeing that. But, yeah. Those things were really, really weird. So far, though, ever since that, you know, thing with my jewelry thing, I didn't have an experience anything weird like that. Oh, wait, hold up. Let's just go to one more story. Because this was also creepy. So for this one, we were all in our living room, like all of us, all the fam. Well, my dad was sleeping like always in his room, and we were watching like this, like, I'm not sure if it was a scary movie or our telenovela, I don't know, but we were just so focused at looking at it that all of a sudden we heard this like something broke, and we were like, oh, what is that? So we looked, and it looks like you know those little like magnets that you put in your fridge, and some of them have like this like it's like a clip, and we tend to use those to like cover things like chips and stuff. And yeah, that was put on the chips, but it just all of a sudden like broke. So I quickly yelled out, Jonathan, stop doing that, or why did you break it? Because I thought it was my brother. And then my mom was like, your brother's outside. Like, what? What was that? She's like, I don't know. So we checked it out, and we went to the kitchen and checked that out. Yeah, all we could see were like little pieces of the little clip that just broke. And we were like, well, okay, this is strange. How did that happen? Because I mean, the chips that we at first I thought that the clip might have been too tight on the chips, that it might have like broken, but the bag of chips barely had anything in it, so there was no way that it could have broken like that. Plus, let me tell you, as soon as that thing like exploded like that, I kind of saw it through the corner of my eye when it exploded. Like, it was just flew on it. Like, as soon as it exploded, it like flew, like the whole pieces flew. And I was like, that I even thought, like I said, that my brother threw it or something. But yeah, it actually happened right there, and I'm right now pointing at it, and it's around like a few inches away from me. So yeah, it was creepy. Yeah guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the story time, and sorry that I was too focused on this story time that I wasn't even eating. Whenever I time to talk, like I said, I barely ever touch my food, but for future videos, I'll keep that in mind, and I'll try to touch my food and eat while I talk. No. And comment down below if you guys had any paranormal experiences, because I would honestly love to read them. And yeah guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!